You don't wake up suddenly, no scream, no jolt. At some point, you simply realize you are no longer asleep. Your eyes are still closed, but your body is already tense. The mattress beneath you slowly sinks as if someone has carefully sat down on the edge of the bed, trying not to wake you. You stop breathing, 1 second, two, three. The pressure doesn't disappear, it becomes slightly stronger. As if the weight has shifted closer to you, you hear the familiar sounds of the room, the faint ringing in your ears, the distant noise of the street outside the window, and the quiet creak of springs. You know that sound. The bed is old. It always reacts like that when someone sits down, but you live alone. You don't open your eyes. Your mind desperately searches for explanations: sleep paralysis, dream, muscle spasm. But your body knows the truth before your mind does. Warmth. The edge of the blanket becomes slightly warmer as if there is a living source of heat beside you. The mattress creaks again. Someone leans forward. You don't feel it as a touch, you feel it as a change in space. The air above you grows heavier. A presence you can't see but can feel. You open your eyes. The room is empty. The chair by the desk is in place. The wardrobe doors are closed. The curtains barely move from a draft, but the pressure is still there. On the edge of the bed is a clear dip, as if someone is sitting just outside your field of vision. You slowly turn your head. Nothing, emptiness, but the mattress under your hand responds. When you move slightly, the weight opposite shifts in response, as if someone is adjusting to you. This isn't real, you whisper. And at that very moment, right next to your ear, another whisper sounds, quieter than yours, colder. You woke up too early. You sit up sharply. The pressure disappears. The mattress slowly straightens, but the imprint doesn't vanish. Not like a human body, no arms, no legs, just a depression. Wrong, uneven. You touch it with your fingers, cold, as if something that wasn't warm blooded had just been there. You stand up and turn on the light. The bulb flickers, then comes on. The room looks normal, too normal. You check the door, locked from the inside. The windows closed. Your phone is on the nightstand. 3:17. You turn back to the bed. The imprint is gone. The sheet is perfectly smooth. I'm losing my mind, you say out loud, but when you lie down again, the mattress suddenly sinks slightly on the other side, as if someone lies down next to you. And this time, you know for sure. You are not asleep. You don't move. The mattress beside you is slightly sunken, just a little, the way it is when someone lies very carefully, trying not to touch you. You stare at the ceiling. It seems lower than usual, or maybe that's just the feeling. You count your breaths: one, two, three. On four, the air grows colder. You turn your head. No one, empty space. The blanket lies flat, but the weight is there. You reach out and place your palm on the edge of the bed. The mattress reacts instantly. It sinks deeper as if someone has shifted closer, avoiding your touch. You pull your hand back. Okay, you whisper. Okay, I get it. You stand up, light, kitchen. The sound of running water is too loud. You look at your reflection in the dark window. The face is familiar, but the eyes, they seem to lag behind. You blink. The reflection blinks half a second later. Stop. You turn away sharply, lack of sleep, panic, your brain playing tricks. You return to the bedroom and sit on the edge of the bed. Nothing happens. The mattress is flat. See, you say to yourself, nothing. You lie down. 1 minute passes. Two, three. Then the bed quietly exhales, not creaks, not squeaks, an exhale. As if the weight has finally settled, stopped holding back. You clench your teeth. If you're here, you say without looking, show yourself. Nothing, but the blanket slightly moves, not from motion, from breathing beneath it. You pull the blanket over your head. The darkness becomes absolute. And in that darkness, you hear it, breathing not yours, too steady, too slow. It doesn't go in and out, it circulates as if air is moving inside a hollow space. Who are you? You ask. A pause, then you don't remember. You don't turn around, this time deliberately. You stand with your back to the bed, staring at your phone, but you feel every millimeter of space behind you. The mattress under the weight slightly rocks as if whoever is sitting is moving their legs subtly. You always say that, the voice says, but you always turn around anyway. I remember, you whisper. This time I remember. The phone in your hand vibrates, a new message from yourself. You think you are in control again. You slowly lower your hand. I'm here, you say. I understand. The minutes stretch, then you feel something odd. Part of you drifts aside, not pain, not fear, just a shift. You see the bed from above. You see yourself lying motionless. And you see him rising from the edge of the bed. He stands, your legs, your body. Stop, you want to say, no voice comes out. I'm not taking it, he says. I'm returning what's mine. He walks toward the mirror. You watch as he touches his face, smiles, blinks. Strange, he says. You always thought you were the real one. He turns back to the bed. Do you know the difference between us? Silence. I'm not afraid to remain. He lies down. You feel something close, like a door closing that won't open from this side again. The last thing you hear, if you're lucky, sometimes you will wake on the edge, darkness, and then that familiar feeling, the mattress sinks. Someone sits on the edge of the bed. You wake during the day, a real day with sunlight, street noises, voices outside the window. No mattress dip, no whisper, but the first thing you do, look at the edge of the bed. It is flat, and that scares you more than if it were sunken. You slowly sit, running your hand over the sheet. The fabric is warm, normal, good, you whisper, okay. In the kitchen, everything looks ordinary, the cup in the sink, the table slightly stained with coffee, the chair moved a bit. But you don't remember moving it. You push it back into place. It fits too easily, as if it had already been there today. Your phone lies face down. You turn it over, 3 missed calls, all from one contact. Me, you freeze. The last call, 5:42. You definitely were asleep. You open the call log, duration of calls, only a few seconds each, as if someone dialed and hung up immediately after hearing the tone. You leave the apartment. The hallway smells of dust and yesterday's soup, everything familiar. Good morning, says the neighbor downstairs. You nod. You're quiet today, she says. You usually greet first. You stop. Did we meet today? She looks at you strangely. You left at 5 this morning in a hoodie, took out the trash. At 5? Yeah, you even said, I'll stay longer today. I thought, where will you stay? She laughs. You don't. You step outside. The light is harsh. Two real people pass by. Some of them look at you longer than necessary, as if checking memories. At the store, the cashier scans your groceries and says, how about yesterday? What yesterday? You ask. She blinks. You came in, bought the same things, said, if I come again, it means the night was bad. A chill runs through you. Was I alone? You ask. She hesitates. I think not. You leave before waiting for more answers. The phone vibrates. A new message, no number, no name. You don't notice daylight hours. They are mine, as night is yours. You stop in the middle of the sidewalk. You think I come only when you sleep, but you just don't remember when I wake. You quickly type a reply. Who are you? The answer comes immediately. I am the one who never left. A flash hits your eyes. Short, painful, emergency lights, siren. Doctor's voice. One patient regained consciousness, the other did not. You grab your head. There were two, you whisper. But only one body. The phone vibrates again. Tonight you will wake even later, if you wake at all. You slowly return home. The apartment greets you with silence. The bed in the bedroom made perfectly, too perfectly. On the pillow lies a folded sheet of paper, your handwriting. If you're reading this in the day, I've already learned to stay quiet. Don't try to sleep earlier. He doesn't like that. You look at the bed, and for the first time, you realize you are afraid not of falling asleep, but of waking up. You don't sleep the next night. You decided this during the day. Coffee, cold water on your wrists, lights on everywhere. You set your phone to record video, another for audio. An old webcam you found in a drawer, you remember buying it just in case. Now you understand this is the case. The camera points at the bed, at the edge, exactly there. All right, you whisper, sitting on the chair. Let's see. The clock shows 1:12, 2:03, 2:47. The night behaves normally, too normally. At 3:16, your eyes begin to stick together. No, you say sharply. No, you pinch yourself, stand up, walk in circles. 3:17, the light flickers just once, very briefly. The camera clicks, you look at the bed, nothing. I'm here, you say. I'm not asleep, silence. Then a very slow sound, not a creak, not movement. As if someone carefully sits down, distributing weight so as not to make noise. The mattress sinks right before your eyes, you cannot move. You fell asleep, the voice says. You just didn't realize it. The camera, you gasp. It sees everything. Pause. No, it sees only you. You look at the camera screen, the bed is on it, and you sitting on the chair, but the real bed, it has a dip. On the video, nothing. This is impossible. I don't fit into what you call fixation. You step back. Hit the wall with your back. Then what are you? The bed slowly sinks deeper. Pause. Between what and what? The voice grows closer, too close. Between your inhale and exhale. The phone on the table begins to vibrate by itself. The audio recording still running, but the timer shows 0 o'clock. It erased itself. You don't remember this moment, the voice says, but it has always been here. You look at the clock, 3:17, always the light goes out. Not completely, a gray, dead semi-darkness remains, and then you see him, not with your eyes, not with a form. You see the absence of yourself on the bed, as if the space beside you, where you should be, is empty. I won't give you the body, you say. You're already giving it. Every night you scream, the light returns, you stand alone in the room, the bed flat, the camera off. The clock shows 6:41 morning. You watch the recordings. 4 hours of continuous footage on it, you sleeping in the bed, calm, motionless, the chair by the wall empty. The last seconds of the video, you in bed open your eyes, look directly at the camera, smile, and turn it off. You don't remember how you got dressed, don't remember leaving the house. You simply find yourself in front of the hospital building. It looks smaller than in memory, as if memory intentionally enlarged it to make returning scarier. Automatic doors slide open, the smell the same, antiseptic, metal, something faintly sweet, almost cloying. Your head starts pounding. I've been here before, you whisper. At the reception, a woman sits. She looks at the screen, then at you, and doesn't ask your name. Are you here again regarding room 317? She says calmly. You swallow. Yes, she sighs, but not with surprise. The doctor warned that this could repeat. Please proceed. The corridor is long. The light here doesn't flicker. It's always the same, as if night doesn't exist. There were two. You suddenly say, right, the nurse walking beside you doesn't look at you. Formally, no. Informally, she stops. You had a condition, she says carefully. A split consciousness after the trauma. Your brain created the one who survived. And the one who didn't survive, pause, he stayed behind. She opens the door to room 317. Inside the bed, one but the sheet. Wrinkled on both sides, you woke up 3 days after the accident, she continues. But the staff recorded movements earlier. I was unconscious. Your body, yes, you look at the bed and you see yourself, not mirrored, not a copy. Just the original, he sits on the edge, exactly like every night. Hello, he says. Finally, you woke during the day. You, it's me. He smiles with the same expression from the video. I am the one who woke first. And you, the one who returned. Why do you come at night? Because you are weaker then, because it's easier to switch. You step back. I want it to end. It will end, he says calmly. When one of us stops waking, one of us. He looks at the bed. The bed isn't guilty. It just remembers how many of us should be here. The light in the room dims. Tonight, he says, either you wake on time or I wake instead of you. You blink, the room is empty. The nurse stands in the doorway. Feeling better? She asks. You look at the bed one last time. No, you say, now I remember. That won't last, she whispers, until nightfall. You don't go home. You know if you do, night will come faster. You walk the city until your legs hurt, until shop windows turn dark, until reflections in glass begin to lag half a second behind you. Every bench looks like a bed. Every shadow like someone sitting. Your phone shows 21:48. Too late. You rent the cheapest hotel room you can find. You don't tell your name. Just for a few hours, you say. The clerk nods too knowingly. The room is small, one bed, one lamp. You push the bed against the wall, put a chair in front of it, tie a rope from your wrist to the chair leg. I won't sleep, you whisper. I won't let you. You sit on the floor, 22:13. 22:59, 23:41, your thoughts slow down against your will. Stay awake, you whisper. Stay awake, the lamp flickers. You already know this doesn't work, the voice says softly. You don't look up. You're not real. I am the one who never slept. The mattress behind you sinks, even though you're not on it. The rope tightens on your wrist. You feel that, he asks. That's the transfer starting. No. You pull, the chair scrapes loudly across the floor. Pain won't help, he says. Only timing matters. Then I'll wake first, you snarl. Before you, he laughs quietly. You misunderstand. One of us always wakes first. The question is in which body? Your vision blurs. You blink. The room looks wrong. You are standing in front of the bed. Someone is lying on it. You, eyes closed, breathing shallow. No, you whisper, behind you, breathing. Good morning, he says. You turn. He is wearing your clothes, your face, your tiredness, but his eyes are calm. You were late, he says. Again, I can still wake up. You did, he says gently, just not where you wanted. He sits on the edge of the bed. The mattress sinks. Don't worry, he adds. I'll take care of the day. He lies down, the body on the bed. Your body exhales, stops breathing. Sleep well, he whispers. Darkness collapses inward. You wake up, you don't inhale, you don't exhale, you simply become aware. The room is familiar, your room, your bed, morning light. Someone is already awake. He stands by the mirror, stretching, yawning. Morning, he says to the reflection. The reflection answers him. You try to scream. You don't have a mouth. You are lying on the bed. On the second side, the mattress remembers you. That's why it sinks. That's why he feels it every night. It's uncomfortable at first, he says casually, tying his shoes, but you get used to it. He picks up the phone, checks messages. I'll go to work. I'll live your life. And you'll help me wake up. He pauses, looks directly at the bed. At you, don't try to move too much, he says. It scares me when you do. He turns off the light. The door closes. Time stops behaving like time. Sometimes it's night, sometimes day. Sometimes he comes back tired, sometimes angry. Sometimes drunk. He always sits on the edge of the bed, always carefully. You know, he says once, I still feel you waking before me sometimes. You try to answer. The mattress dips. That's okay, he whispers. I'll fall asleep faster next time. The clock on the wall stops. 3:17, forever. The bed is never empty because someone always wakes first and someone always stays.